Welcome to this episode of the Nonsensical Knowledge Podcast. This episode is brought to you by the Straight Razor Society, located on Broad Street in Waterford, New York. And I am here with my brother, Joseph Kinney. Kinney, what's good, bro?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Fucking stoked to be back in the saddle, bro. It's been a minute.
Yes.
Some things were going on, and shit got busy for a little while, and I'm just stoked to be fucking back on the mic, bro. What's good with you? How is everything?
Pretty good, man. Everything's good. Business is picking back up. Life is good, you know?
Hell yeah, that's fucking sick, dude. There's been a lot going on out there.
Yeah. Oh my goch. Tons.
Holy shit, dude.
Where do we begin?
I don't even know, dude. It's wild because I've been just like itching to to do a fucking podcast, man. And the shit is like, there's the shit going on with the Bill Gates. There's shit going on in space. There's shit going on fucking everywhere, bro. Bitcoin, crypto, all that crazy shit.
Yeah. Got me some Dogecoin. We were talking about it.
Yeah. Dude, see, I didn't personally get any. But, like, I think I missed the big boat on it.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I think that it was, like, it wasn't really worth it anymore to fucking jump in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but a lot of people made crazy money, dude. There's a lot of shit moving with that shit, with Dogecoin. Or Doge. I think it's called Dogecoin.
Yeah, Doge. Yeah.
Shit. You know, that's fucking overnight millionaires, bro.
I wish. But, hey.
Listen, you got to be in it to win it.
Yeah, that's it.
You know?
New York lottery style.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's a little riskier, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, you probably could lose all your money in crypto, but at the same time, your like lottery tickets,
guaranteed
or
loss.
some shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a lot to discuss about, even as far as like I had a customer today, and we were talking a little bit about things, and he was kind of bewildered at the fact that you know, Epstein had some sort of ties to someone in the royal family.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, bro, how to... I started kind of telling him about the way that, was it Prince Andrew?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been indicted for like 18 months. 16 months.
I'm not sure they've indicted him yet. But
no?
I'm not sure they've indicted him.
Wow.
But they have, the FBI has been after him for questioning for quite some time. Yeah, he was, bro, he was tied into everybody.
Yeah.
It was the who's who of the upper echelon of money.
Right.
If you had billions of dollars, chances are you knew each other.
Right.
The issue is with a lot of these clowns is that, like, for example, this Bill Gates divorce, like, a lot of shit's coming to light with it because his wife tried to start the proceedings when his relationship with Epstein was revealed.
Right.
So, like, that was back in, like, 2013.
Yeah, that was, you know, 7-8 years ago.
Epstein was convicted of being a sex offender in 2007, I think. So, like, you took up a relationship with the guy after being convicted. After the fact. And you continued that relationship. So, like, he came out and said that he, didn't go to, like, the ranch or didn't go to the island, but he was on the plane and he was in New York with Epstein, like, overnight. So, but at the same time, like, he, you know, these people, you get to a certain level of wealth, I guess, you know, and it's like, oh, we're looking for donors for Harvard or this, that, and the other thing. Come to this party at my house or my island.
What does he call that? What do they call that? Adrenochrome or some shit like that? Adrenochrome?
No, so adrenochrome is a...
that's like the shit in little kids' blood or some wacky shit that they're trying to harvest?
So that is like a popular QAnon fucking conspiracy. Okay. And I'm not entirely sure that I buy into it.
Sure.
But at the same time, adrenochrome is allegedly produced in your brain and children happen to have more of it because, like, I guess it can be produced by emotion, I guess, you know what I mean? It's like released by emotion. So you're like fear, you know, like torture type shit, or even the opposite side, the flip side of it, and laughter and everything else. But these sick fucks, who knows?
Sure.
But yeah, so, like, there's theories that there's, like, that these upper elites are trying to harvest adrenochrome.
Sure.
You know, and
that's so weird.
Yeah. I think they're fucking kids? Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know, but I don't think necessarily harvesting adrenochrome. Like,
no, I mean, God knows what the whole truth is anyway. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what the conspiracies are on it, they're, you know, whatever the truth is probably just as shocking and horrifying, you know?
Probably worse.
Right, exactly. I would say
it's probably worse. Like, we could think of the most vile shit, but at the same time, you're looking at it like a global sex trafficking ring amongst elites.
People who have money we couldn't even fathom understanding.
Yeah, so, like, Epstein was so plugged in, bro. Uh-huh. You don't even know. Like, he was they have him listed as, like, a financier. He started off like the bottom dude on Wall Street, and then like worked his way up, and then met Ghislaine Maxwell's father, and like all that shit. And
why? Who was Maxwell's father? What? No.
Maxwell's father was he was a huge tycoon. I want to say, I don't know if it was hotels or some shit like that.
Okay.
But he was another guy out
like
there,
like a Trump-esque type of situation.
Yeah, like another partier. Like he was involved with all them people, but he was also thought to be a intelligence agent. So I think for the UK, but I'm not sure. So,
okay.
But yeah, man. But they're so plugged in. They're plugged in, man. And it's like you. If there's any truth to the list of the flight logs that were discovered, if they're real, there's your favorite rapper, your favorite actor, you know, not so much your favorite rapper, because rappers, like, they'd be like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, most of them. Most of them, I would imagine.
Like, yo, well,
like Wu-Tang Clan was at a party, right?
Yeah. Wu-Tang was like, yeah, fuck you, buddy. I'm good.
Yeah, they saw something behind the door that wasn't super kosher, and they were approached afterwards. Is that how it goes? Like,
yeah, essentially. So yeah, I think I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Ghostface telling the story, and he said to him and I think it was RZA, we're like just poking around a mansion, and he's like, yo, we're like 30 deep. We're like 30 deep. We're the hood in here. You know, like we weren't even really invited. And they open a couple doors and they see some shit. And it's not like there's nothing wrong with it per se, but at the same time, it was like something that they weren't expecting to see.
Sure.
And some of your favorite people were in that room. And it was like, then they come out and they'd be like, oh, hey, man, you know, I seen you open the door. Yeah, you know, you ain't trying to
What'd you think?
You ain't trying to come hang out? And then he said that he was like, yeah, fuck off, dude. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that. And then they were never, like, invited back.
Not surprised, obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot. Hollywood's sick, bro. Who is it? Fuck me, dude. I wish Chap was here so he can tell me the guy's name. It was, he was an actor in Hollywood. And he was like small roles, like he played in Thor, like he was like the fucking guy in the pet store when he was like, I need your like noblest steed or some shit. And he was like, yeah, all right, dude. But Isaac Cappy is his name. Isaac Cappy. He came out and said that Seth Green. You remember Seth Green? He was like, he was famous for like Idle Hands. Mm-hmm. He was fucking.
Seth Green, weird guy.
Weird dude. Weird fucking dude. And he came out and said that Seth Green, he was at a party or a dinner at Seth Green's house, and he was like hanging out with Seth Green and his wife, and his wife. Mm-hmm. And they finished up dinner or whatever, you know, and then like went to a like secret room. And these videos are on YouTube. Anybody that's listening can go out and look at these videos. It's Isaac Cappy. He's on Instagram Live or some live, but It's a video, and he says it every video. Look, I'm not suicidal. I'm not this. I'm not that. This shit is real.
Wow.
And he said that he was at Seth Green's house. And Seth Green, like, basically after dinner was like, hey, come on, man. And then went to, like, a secret door in his house and, like, popped it open. Dude was like, oh, yeah, we're going to go fuck kids. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude. And he got, like, all bugged the fuck out and was like, yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, and he's like, yeah, that's what we do here in Hollywood. We fuck kids. And, like, so now he leaves, right? And, like, obviously Seth Green reaches back out to him because He
thought
he was cool. He thought he was cool with the hip to the game. And, yeah. So, but eventually this dude ends up fucking killing himself. So, yeah. So, like, he comes out with all this shit. He said, he came out with a bunch of shit about Tom Hanks. He came out with...
What?
Yeah, bro. Isaac Cappy. Look him up.
And now he's dead. 2 shots to the back of the head, right?
I'm not sure. I think he jumped off of I think he was found dead on a freeway, like over an overpass. I think they tried to say he jumped over an overpass or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's oddly convenient because Tom Hanks had tweeted, and this is a total conspiracy. Who knows if it's had coincidence or whatever, but tweeted somewhere around that time, like, oh, roadkill on Route XXX or whatever, whatever it was. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So, but not even just that. The Ricky Gervais, remember the Ricky Gervais fucking monologue for the Golden Globes?
Twice, I think he did that.
Well, no, he only did the Epstein shit.
Oh, the Epstein thing. Yeah, well, he's gone twice and made a big stink, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah. The second time was a lot different.
Yeah.
Because he, like, the shit with Felicity Huffman was going on with, like, all the fucking, the school shit. Like, they were getting their kids into school for pay-to-play type shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the lady from Full House.
Yeah. Yep, her too. And then,
Aunt Becky.
Yep. But, she, not even just her, but there's a whole bunch of them, dude.
Yeah.
And, anyways, they fucking, shit, what was that? Oh, but not only just that, but then like the Epstein shit, and they're like, "Oh, you guys had to find your own plane here. Couldn't fly on Epstein's." Like, and like you should just see some of their faces. Like, oh shit, like, yeah, bro. They flew on that plane. They hung out with him. They went to the fucking island. They went. Ellen DeGeneres, bro.
Yeah. There's a sick situation with like some picture that she has in her bathroom when she was cutting her mother's hair on her Instagram. You could go on her Instagram right now. I've done it. And there's a picture of her cutting her mother's hair in her bathroom at her mansion, right? And on the wall in the bathroom is a hand-painted picture, almost looks like a finger painting kind of thing. And it's like a bloody looking picture of a person with like a bunch of like fucking stab marks in the torso and shit.
Damn.
Right? And it, like, apparently the way it goes is it's a depiction of Hillary Clinton disemboweling some young girl tied to a tree. Like,
if that ain't art, I don't know what it is.
Right. And it's, like, super creepy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a super weird picture, and it's by some artist that, like, normally does pictures of, like half-naked kids or something really disgusting. You know what I mean? Like, really certain taste for a certain kind of person for art. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not even the first example, man. When that whole Pizzagate thing was going on, they had the owner of that pizza shop's Instagram was fucking disgusting. Like, it was, like, weird pictures of him and little kids, and, like, it was strange shit. But not only just that, but, like, at John Podesta's house. Like, all this shit came out in, like, the WikiLeaks. John Podesta had a bunch of naked children in art. You know what I mean? And it was just like, it's just weird, dude.
That is very weird.
It's like weird. I don't ever see, like, if I ever came into Wealthman, that's like, I highly doubt that would be the first thing I buy. Like, let me go buy a bunch.
Art? Or specifically naked children art?
Well, that's what I'm saying is they had these were children depicted as being naked. And
that's weird.
That's weird.
I don't care what kind of artist you are or art collector. There ain't no reason to have no naked kid pictures. Like maybe one cherub in a biblical depiction. You know what I mean? That makes sense. But like,
there's a significant difference between having like a picture of your kid in the bath on the wall or an art. Somebody drew and then painted this piece of art with naked children on it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so, like, what's, like, that's weird to me for the artist and for the owner of the art. Like, if that speaks to you, that's fucking weird to me.
Yeah. Yep.
So, But who knows, man? Who fucking knows? Like, and they're all so fucking powerful, dude. That, they whacked Epstein out. Like,
yeah, definitely.
That's the popular consensus. Is like that motherfucker did not kill himself.
Yeah, it's more likely. First of all, it's more likely that they just fucking killed him, and just real quick and easy strangled him.
Well, yeah. Well, he was put in like a cell with fucking some dude that was like a cop killer. Like he was some roided out cop killer, or ex-cop that was a murderer or some dumb shit. And like even the independent autopsy stated that like, these are consistent with a broken neck. Yeah. Not from the one doctor said he had seen like something like 1,000 fucking jail hangings. And none of them, not a single one of them, were consistent with Epstein's. So, give it to him. Yeah, I guess he can have it.
My question is, how could the dude break his neck with nothing to really hang himself off of?
Well, I mean, where there's a will, there's a way, But at the same time, it's like shit like that, dude. He was supposed to be under 24-hour surveillance. Yeah. He had a camera that just happened to be out the night he was murdered. Yep. Or killed or hung himself.
Right.
Right.
Allegedly.
And he he said it, or not, he didn't say it, but the jail officials, the prison officials were like, oh, well, the guards didn't notice, which are supposed to be walking by every 15 minutes to check on them. The cameras didn't catch it. There's no evidence other than what the prison officials say to state that he committed suicide. And not only that, but they when somebody commits suicide in jail, you treat it as a crime scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not supposed to touch a fucking thing, the body, nothing, until there's a thorough investigation.
And by police officers.
No way. That's why Ghislaine Maxwell is like under constant surveillance.
Oh, yeah,
They're not fucking up again.
No. But, I mean, it would be the most convenient way. It's just to scapegoat a couple police officers low on the totem pole for the bigger wigs to just,
Well, yeah, right.
And kill her and say, oh, no, we don't know what happened.
I don't even think they're going to do that with her. I think they're going to say to her, look.
It'd be too transparent if they did that. I can't believe we're still saying it would be too transparent, like it wasn't transparent enough that they killed Epstein, but...
Well, right. Here in 2020 and 2020, what did it happen? 2019, I think?
Yeah,
right?
18, 19?
I think it was 19, right, when it happened? Anyways, we're pretty deep in the fucking, into the, what's it called here? The fucking, 2000s, dude, to fucking really be like, oh, alright, this dude didn't kill himself?
Yeah, it's a funny thought to
be like, all right, oh my God, this many people are that stupid to be like, oh yeah, this dude just whacked himself out. He was supposed to be watched every 15 minutes. Dude, it's insane to believe. But I think with Ghislaine Maxwell, getting back to that, I think what they're going to do with her, man, is basically be like, look, got to take one for the team. We got to take one for the team. Right? And listen, you're going to go to some Fed prison. It'll be some fucking something we used to send the mobsters to. And everybody, it goes away.
Yeah, you'll Bernie Madoff the situation.
Oh, yeah, dude. Because once they're in prison and they're, convicted and all that shit, everybody forgets about them.
Yeah, and then they could get their special treatment and...
Yeah, yes, dude. Some of these mobsters were given fucking little. It was a jail,
penthouses, essentially.
But it was a penthouse.
Yeah,
they had a kitchen. They had a fucking lounge. They had a dining room.
They could have friends over.
Yeah. Okay, come on, hang out over a prison.
Yeah.
So it's insane, dude. That shit's wild. So I think that's kind of what they'll do with her, or they'll kill her. But if they haven't whacked her out yet, they whacked Epstein quick. They weren't even fucking around. No fucking way this guy's saying nothing.
Yeah, they got him quick.
And his New York mansion was bought by an undisclosed buyer.
Immediately?
Nah, just recently. This is recently, last couple months, I think. But an undisclosed buyer.
Yeah, somebody that knows the underground fucking fake doors and...
Yeah. Well, there was a reporter, dude, that it's so crazy, man, because I was going to do an entire Epstein episode, and this is kind of turning into it, but
sure.
At the same time, man, dude, there was a reporter that stated that, like, Epstein had brought them into, like, a media control room. Like, there was, like, literally a room in his building that was hidden, and there's like cameras everywhere. So they're just screens. And you're seeing, like, bathroom shots. You're seeing bedroom shots. You're seeing this. You're seeing that. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, he had tapes on everybody. So whoever took that building fucking was like, oh, we got some shit to find. Like,
definitely.
We got some shit to find in there. And every single one, they said, rumor had it, was that he had literally tapes with him. Like, just for example, I don't know if it exists, but Bill Gates and plus whoever.
Yeah.
You know, and
so
where's all that shit?
Ghislaine Maxwell there is
I know, I keep saying Ghislaine.
I don't know how her name's pronounced.
I think you said it right. Ghislaine or Ghislaine?
Yeah, I just heard some Brit call her Ghislaine. So I was like, all right, that makes sense.
Douchebag pedophile?
Yeah, that piece of shit woman thing, whatever she is, I don't know. But yeah, she's gross. But my question is when are they going to actually start talking about what she knows? They're
not. They're not. It's such a weird situation because she seems to think that she's covered under Epstein's last agreement. So
he's dead.
So here's the thing: is for anybody listening, like in 2007, I think it was Alan Dershowitz, another scumbag who was tied to Epstein, was the DA, the district attorney for the Southern District or some shit, and this all happened in Florida. Epstein was caught soliciting an underage prostitute. Right, that was the charge they gave him, and they basically covered it up. They basically said, "Look, we'll give you this sweetheart deal. You do 18 months in prison, right? And you can leave every single day to go to your office and continue to work, but you have to come back here." You know, so he'd literally get picked up in a limo.
You'd have to sleep in jail.
Didn't have to sleep in jail. Just had to be there for nighttime hours. Like, didn't even, literally, it's like, what? Yeah, so now, but the problem was that everybody that was involved with him, so in that deal, any co-conspirator was given immunity. So, like, there was a list of fucking names, dude, that were co-conspirators that, you know what I mean, like, got immunity, and she was allegedly one of them. So, it's pretty crazy, dude, that they're
all connected. I mean, yeah.
No, they're all connected.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, the Alan Dershowitz shit, dude. Yeah. He's like he's like Harvard law professor emeritus or some shit like that. Like, yo, no bullshit, bro. Like, insane.
These are high profile people.
Yeah. And literally, like, brokered a deal for him.
Yeah.
Like, said, yo, look, any other dude would have gotten whatever the charge was, like, that he was supposed to get. He got this little
18 months, nighttime hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Insane.
Wow. That's our legal system for you. That's the justice system.
I don't think it was so much the justice system, because when the justice system works the way it is supposed to without these backdoor deals. So think about it. Like, Dershowitz and Epstein are pals. Yeah. Right? Flew all over the plane, you know, all this other shit, hung out, probably on the island, probably in the mansions,
sure.
Probably fucking the kids. He says to him, hey, look, pal, somebody else got you. We didn't get you.
Right.
Somebody else got you. We have to save face now.
Right.
You know, so here's this deal, right? Everything keeps moving, everything keeps running, and you do your little 18 months, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
During those hours. Whatever. And everybody gets immunity.
All it is house arrest, really.
Yep.
It's just on a different location.
Yeah. Yeah, so lame, dude. Like, the way
That's crazy.
So lame the way they did it. Like, it was a backdoor deal. It was literally like given to him. Like, here you go, buddy.
Wow.
Pal.
Like, just from mi casa to su casa kind of thing. Like, here,
for real.
I'm gonna just gift you a couple good deals here in the courts because I got it like that,
bro.
Blatantly.
Just for anybody that's listening or does listen, you should really Google like Epstein and his celebrity friends. He's in pictures with fucking everyone. Everyone. And if he isn't, Maxwell is.
Yeah.
And weird shit.
Was she really in the picture, the last picture with John Benet Ramsey, or one of the last pictures there?
I don't know about that one. That one's a wild one, but maybe. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not entirely sure. Like the John Bonet thing, I'm gonna have to get into eventually. But I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, "Wow, that's
I know she was in like the Clinton, like fucking Chelsea Clinton's wedding. Yeah. She was, all kinds of crazy shit, man. She was all over the place. Tyra Banks. Wedding. Well, she wasn't in the wedding, but like if you're looking, there's a picture of Bill walking Chelsea down the aisle, right. And like you can see all the heads like looking out to fucking watch them walk down the aisle. She's one of them.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, picture of her and Elon too.
Yeah, that's alarming.
Yeah, dude, but that's what I'm saying though. Is just like, are some of them like I can see being like a weirdo, like oh shit, that's Elon Musk. Like, here's a weirdo photo op, Mm-hmm. Others I can see being like, oh, you've been on the island.
Personal friends.
Yeah, you're one of the team. Because I think that's what they do. They compromise them. They get them there. They compromise them. And then they say, well, what are you going to do now? What are you going to tell?
Yeah, right. You'll be fucked if you do.
Right. And everybody that is, like, tied to any of it is, like, a megastar. Like, a megastar. Will Smith was on that plane. He's a megastar. Ellen DeGeneres was on that plane. Oprah was on the plane.
Right. Fucking...
Bill Gates. Fucking, who else?
Wasn't Dave Chappelle?
Chris Tucker. No,
Chris Tucker.
No, okay. Chappelle wasn't. Chris Tucker was.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker was close with Epstein.
Huh.
Yeah, allegedly.
Chris Tucker.
Yep. Wild, right, dude? Like, dudes that, it's so crazy because it's like, you'd be like, no fucking way that dude is a piece of shit like that. But when you're, and who knows, maybe some of these trips were, and I'm just being 100% fair to them, and maybe some of these trips were philanthropy. Yeah. Like the time that him, Bill Clinton, and, I think it was him, Bill Clinton, and Chris Tucker flew to fucking Africa for some mission. I don't know what it was. Right. But who knows? Maybe some of these things were that.
Sure.
But Clinton flew that motherfucker 27 times or some shit.
That we know of. 27
Stupid.
times.
Yeah. And he's a president. Now this guy's hanging with presidents. Just chilling, hanging out.
Wow.
Influence and shit. Yeah. It's way bigger than anyone thinks it is. He was just the guy that was, I think he got caught up in it. He got caught up in his own shit. Like he was obviously running this whole operation. Yeah. But come on, you ain't nobody. You really aren't anybody. You acquired wealth and a lot of it.
And became a fucking creep you were probably already a creep.
Yeah, you were already a creep. Yeah. You were definitely already a creep. What I'm saying is he acquired wealth and then like basically leveraged his wealth. So he would like scoop up a bunch of scientists from Harvard, take them to the island. You know what I mean? Right. And then next thing you know, the fucking one of the dorms are fucking named after him. Like,
right. Wow.
Yeah, crazy, man. And he would donate a lot of money. Like he would donate millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, and probably in places where he had, for him, what was prime picking.
Yeah,
colleges and all fucking.
Well, it's a network, man. It's like a social network. It's like a network of friends, but they're a bunch of pieces of shit and creeps.
Fucking.
Did you see the shit going on with Chrissy Teigen?
No, that's John Legend's wife.
Yeah, dude. Listen, she has to be one of the biggest pieces of shit on the planet. Like she she's a superstar, and she was like telling like a 16-year-old fan that she was like visualizing her dead. Like and so like what's her face? Who was it there? Candace Owens. Listen, I'm no Republican, I'm not a Democrat, and don't identify. But that shit was hilarious. Candace Owens went and dug up all of Chrissy Teigen's old tweets. Mm-hmm. And dude, she is, oh my God, they're so bad. Like so bad. She's a piece of shit. She's
shit.
She, what'd she say? She said something about Lindsay Lohan. She said, every time Lindsay Lohan sees Emma Stone, she adds a slit to her wrist.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Bro. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. But there was other ones
Every
too.
time Lindsay Lohan sees Emma Stone, she slits her wrist again.
Yeah, but she's a pedophile too. Like, I mean, there's tweets from years ago that like she was doing some. Damn, fuck me. I wish I would have read up on it, but like, she was doing a show and it was about like little girls, like little kids in leotards and shit.
Yeah,
and some of her tweets were like really sexualized. Towards these children.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And you can dig them up. They're all over online.
Jesus.
They're there. They're just,
that's weird. That's creepy.
Weird shit. And that's Chrissy Teigen. So it's not like it's limited to just men or just women. Who was it? Tyra Banks. Fucking Tyra Banks, Vivica Fox. Like all them people.
Yeah, well, Tyra Banks had that fucking, what do you call it, show there? The, model show there, right?
Where?
One of them had the like Next Top Model or whatever the hell it was.
On the island?
No.
Oh, I was about to say no fucking way. That'd be crazy.
I think it was either Tyra Banks or
had to be Tyra. Yeah.
Yeah, she had like some show with all these women. Call them women that were supermodels or training to be supermodels, and some of them are like fucking 15, dude. I'm pretty sure like they're like 14, 15, and that's like you're glorifying something so ridiculous.
All right, well let's be fair here, okay? So women shouldn't have to be sexually objectified in every sense, right? You know what I mean? Right. So if a woman's in a leotard, she shouldn't have to be sexualized because she's in a leotard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
So, like, but at the same time, so that would make it acceptable for a 15-year-old to be in a leotard up there. You know what I mean? Whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's a different thing for like little kids, Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And like Chrissy Teigen was making like, dude, I wish I fucking could look them up right now. But she had some really fucked up tweets. I encourage everybody to go out there and find them. It was weird shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. So
some of the shit you would never know.
Yeah, man. We're in cancel culture territory right now, man. So they're fucking digging everything up, digging it. Like, and I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, crucify them if they're really that big a scumbag. Do it.
Well, I mean, shit like that, dude. When you're telling a 16-year-old fan that you're visualizing them killing themselves, that is, and you're how old?
Yeah, fucking 40 plus.
Yeah, dude. You're married to John Legend. You got fucking millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You got a cookware at Target. Like, that's how you treat someone?
Yeah, shit.
Anyone, dude? Fuck you. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. But that's just one example of it. Look at Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres just announced that she's ending her show, next year.
Really?
Because of her creativity. No, it's not because you were just running a crazy toxic work environment because you thought you were better than everyone.
Yep. That's exactly what I heard. Is that she's like the worst person in the world to work for.
Ever.
Like degrading.
Yeah.
No way.
Exactly. So like that, and that's like, and now you're ending your show conveniently. But if you see a lot of these people that are allegedly tied to Epstein are super low profile right now, like stupid low profile. Ellen is stepping down from her show.
Right. You don't see.
Tom Hanks ain't out there.
No, he's in Greece, right?
Yeah, he's in Greece. James, dude, fucking, did you see the shit with Seth Rogen and James Franco?
And
James Franco, dude.
Yes. he like denounced that he'll ever work with him. Or
he was like, no, I'll never work with him again.
I'll never support him. Nothing like that again.
Yeah, because again,
was it a valid source? I didn't look.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Franco apparently is a piece of shit. Like, he's objectifying women. Like, basically, I'm not entirely sure what her name was, but they were working on a movie. And basically, she felt like he had made sexual advances or whatever, like sexually. I'm not sure what harassed her. I'm not sure exactly the same situation, and basically he fired her, and then basically offered her a better role in the movie to keep her mouth shut. You know, but this is like not even, dude. He's got a whole bunch of fucking accusers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So and it's stupid, man, because you like. Again, who the fuck do you think you are?
Right.
And who's the other one? The football player, Mikey, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's got, like 26 women coming out and saying, yeah, masseuses. Right? So, like, basically, masseuses are coming out and saying that, like, he tried to get happy endings.
From 26 different. Wow.
Yeah. I could, listen. To be fair, I don't know if those are the numbers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's a lot of them, and one is terrible.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
He was like sexually harassing them when he would be getting massages.
You know what it is? It's alarming when you hear a number like 20 something, because that means he got away with it 20 times. You know what I mean? 21 times. Yeah, right. Like that's crazy. Like how many people does it have to take before it becomes something that is? It sets a red flag in our culture rather than it just being one time. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you should hear, wow, he had one accuser, and it should shock you. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like, oh, well, it's only one person. You know how that goes. Like,
right? Exactly.
You know, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And to have that many people, look at what they fried Bill Cosby over fucking 6.
Right, and well, I mean. What he was doing was terrible too, obviously, but then you got, like, for example, the governor. He's got a lot of accusers against him, you know what I mean? And
yeah, what the fuck is going on with that, dude? It's like he legalizes marijuana, and then fucking everybody forgets. I don't think they forget, you know, but at the same time, it's like the media coverage. This is what's so fucked up about mainstream media. Is just that a governor like Andrew Cuomo could bury the media in New York about sexual assault allegations, and it's fine,
just gone.
It's cool. No, it's totally cool,
totally okay through the media's eyes. It doesn't. Yeah. On top of that, he's just the biggest piece of shit. And again, I'm not claiming a side either. Just he personally, huge piece of shit. You know what I mean? Somebody that doesn't have any respect for the people that are actually suffering in the state. No. You know what I mean?
When you're living good, you know, no, you don't have that for other people. Yeah, it sucks, man, because like when you get to a certain level of notoriety, like look, Andrew Cuomo was. Don't get it twisted. You got to be somebody to be the governor of New York,
right?
But at the same time, now he's known across the fucking world,
right? And dude, the guy got a daytime Emmy. For how he...
Stop it.
He got a daytime Emmy for how he delivered the coronavirus updates every day to New York.
Get out of here.
And he accepted it, I think.
Of course he did. Why wouldn't he? It goes right to the ego, bro. That's a trophy for the ego.
That's crazy, dude. That is crazy to me. Like, we're going through a fucking... You know, what some people would think was... You know, a fucking plague. You know what I mean? Like, that was how serious this shit was, the way the media portrayed it to people. And this guy gets a daytime Emmy for television for the way he addresses the state. What kind of crazy world do we fucking live in where that could be okay?
Well, let's be real here. He fucking wrote a book in the middle of the pandemic.
Right.
So it wouldn't surprise me.
Volunteers did, and it's like, oh yeah, did these volunteers happen to be people that if they worked for you and if they didn't do it, they were going to get fired? Because that's an abuse of power.
Well, you put pressure on publishers. You put pressure on people. When you're in that...
no, that's what he's going through now. He's got an issue going on where they're saying that he had them write his book for him on state time.
Stop.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, dude, is years ago they kicked out, what was his name? I can't remember his name. Joseph Bruno?
Bruno.
Was it Joe Bruno for using the state troopers to escort his wife around?
It might have been that. I know Joe Bruno. Yeah, it might have been.
I think that's a fact. Like, I'm pretty sure.
I know it was either Joe Bruno or it was Spitzer did the whole other thing.
No, Spitzer was the prostitution.
Yeah,
one.
he was crazy.
Yeah, that dude was client number 9 or whatever. He had a huge scandal because the prostitutes came out and said that he was like, and that he was. Well, what fucked him over was that he was
client number 9.
Yeah, or something like that. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry, it sounds like a bag's rustling right here. I'm packing a cone.
Yeah. But no, that's it's crazy how many things have to happen for people to come to their senses about what's really going on. Like, it's alarming how many people still blindly believe in this government of elected officials.
Well, unfortunately, man, this is the case with indoctrination. So, like, again, from a very young age, we are taught to just obey. So, like, it's required that your children goes to public, or not necessarily public school, but school in general. Mm-hmm. It's required, or you'll get in trouble.
With a specific curriculum.
With a specific
curriculum. Or at
least
guidelines to it.
No, yeah, it's the same fucking curriculum, dude. They're still teaching kids that fucking Christopher Columbus discovered America. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, dude. Yeah, it's insane that I gotta sit there and tell my daughter when she comes home from school. She's like, "Oh, dude, it's Columbus Day." It's like, well, fuck Columbus,
right?
Like, he was a murderer, rapist,
yeah, yep.
Piece of shit. Like, no,
I think he brought the pigeons.
Dude, he fucking brought everything.
He brought pigeons to the New York State and to all the rest. Fucking bastard.
I know, right? How insane is that? But that's that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Is like, so you're indoctrinated to a certain point, and like a lot of people fall into this trap, bro. A lot of people really fall into the I love my government. I love listen. I
love my country.
The idea, right? The idea of my country is a special one.
Mm-hmm. Sure is
the idea of it.
Yep.
But that's to say that we're living that,
right?
And then we're not. Because like when
we're not at all.
No, because when shit like this is going on in the world, it's terrible, man.
People still don't even all have equal rights based on things as ridiculous as what color you are or what gender or what where you identify on the sexual, like, who cares about any of that? But that's the shit that we're still hung up on, and that's why as people, like society, we're just not ready for nothing else, you know?
Oh, no way, man. And it's no, we couldn't. Like, the pandemic really showed people out. Like, it really showed a lot of people's true colors.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying just like people in my life, but like I'm just saying in general. Like Facebook, like you go into any comment section, bro. And listen, don't get it twisted. I find myself to be a comedian most times.
Sure.
Some shit is hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's some really nasty shit going on.
Yeah.
And there's some really nasty people. And I'm not going to label them. You know, it's like there's no, if you're like Trump or like Trump, you know what I mean? Like, no. If you're a shitty person, you're a shitty person.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And
that's it. I mean.
But the pandemic showed out, man. And so, like, and the thing about it was, too, is like it gave all these people an access to run and hide. You know, look at, you know, everybody's quarantined, everybody's shacked up, and everybody's like worrying about catching COVID.
Yeah. Scared to death to leave. Don't want to spend money because they're afraid they're not going to get no more soon if they can't go to work, you know?
Yeah.
It's really fucked up, dude. It's such a scare tactic.
Yeah, luckily shit's starting to open back up, man.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, COVID's real. I 100% not discrediting that. COVID is real. But the media or some other entity is using the panic from it and allowing the media to put out shit that ain't real. You know what I mean? Like, they're scaring people for the sake of God knows what, doing something behind our back while we're paying attention to something up here, you know?
Oh, it's the old bait and switch,
right,
man.
Exactly.
It's like, here you go. this is what's going on. Like, it's sad too, dude, because like the shit that's going on over with Israel and Palestine, like that shit, it sucks, man, to see people warring, you know. And I said it, and I get it. It's all about religious. It's all about religious ideologies. I understand that you have a belief in something, you know, but at the same time, man, it's like you don't have a belief in humanity, right? Like, look, you're killing each other. Right. There's got to be a way.
There's got to be a different and better way than that.
To compromise. You know, not one side is lopsided, not fucking one has to feel like it's being shit on. Mm-hmm. There's got to be a way.
I mean, the thing is that the reason that there's currently not a way is because both sides feel that they're right. Both sides have stake in the game. And when you believe something so devout as a religion, you know what I mean? It's hard to not justify everything you do with that, you know? When you believe so devoutly in that you have to live by it, you know what I mean?
You base your life decisions off of it.
Right, right. Like for example, there are Christians, and there are people that do their dirt on Monday through Saturday, and then they go to church on Sunday, and then, repent every Sunday, and they're the biggest pieces of shit ever, you know what I mean? And then you have a Muslim, and he or she prays 5 times a day and live their whole entire life by exactly what they're reading in that book. So you have two people who both would call themselves religious, and one who actually lives by religion, and the other who kind of just hides behind it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. There's different levels of that shit, and man, there's something weird, man. I'm obviously not very religious for anybody that listens, but at the same time, like, there's something about that power of prayer, you know, the power of directing that energy somewhere, and it's
blind faith.
Yeah, you know? It is. It's faith, and it's something about the human brain, man. It's so crazy. But yeah, shit can be worked out. Yeah, I posted that the other day. I was like, have we ever tried not being like religious? Like, can we just like for a second just step back and be like, hey, you bleed the same blood I do. Right.
I don't want to be shooting all you guys or blowing your fucking cities up.
Some 8 kids were killed. Like, and I'm sure that's just the beginning. Like, that's just, come on. Those little humans don't fucking have no idea what's going on.
All they're trying to do is grow up. They're trying to just wake up tomorrow, you know? Go play a toy today, you know?
Yeah. Well, in any event, there's fucking a whole lot of other cool shit going on. Yeah, too. Yeah. Fucking shit happening in space, dude.
Yo, so much happening in space.
Yeah, shit's crazy, man. They just what was it? They sent out astronauts on the I think to the International Space Station.
I thought they were going to the moon again. I think they're sending a whole crew to the moon, dude.
Stop.
Furthest on the moon away from Earth that they've ever gone. Yeah, I just saw it today or yesterday. I think Elon's sending a whole crew of people to, like, backside of the moon or something, maybe? I don't know. Really? Yeah, I don't know.
They must have found them codes to them fucking ancient Nazi Germany fucking bases up there.
I mean, he's got the money to do whatever he wants, Elon Musk does. So, if he found something that had been previously lost, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know if it was ever lost. So, Kinney, there's a reason why we haven't been back to the moon.
Sure.
Okay? Right. We allegedly win the space race, right? We win the space race, we get people on the moon, right? Buzz Aldrin. I know Buzz Aldrin was the one that orbited Earth, right?
I think Buzz
Neil
Aldrin.
Armstrong put feet on the moon.
I thought Buzz Aldrin did too.
Maybe he did. I got him confused. But there's a lot of cool instances. But anyways, they fucking allegedly go to the moon and then never go back.
Right.
Why? And then they
go to the space station regularly.
Yeah. Well, they talk about it's a different distance.
I know it. I know that. Sure. But like, why would you go regularly?
He's all right.
Why would you go regularly to the space station, but only go once to collect fucking 100 samples from the moon? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, because
you're trying to.
I'm not sure we made it to the moon.
Yeah.
Or I think if we did when we got there, there was something there already, and we weren't really welcome.
Right. Or we weren't just altogether weren't ready to, like, really deal with what it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so if there's any truth to the Nazis having a base on the moon, you know what I mean, which was a real theory back then, was that's just think of how advanced they would have to have been. So that shit would still be there.
Right now.
Right now. They said that they had a base deep 2 miles under Antarctica.
It's probably there.
Underground base. Like, I mean, come on. Like, this is shit that they've been doing for a super long time. And when we repatriated everything, I think that just like when we went there, it was like, oh, whoa. You guys weren't the guys we were talking to.
Right.
You know? We weren't talking to you dudes. Talking to the other guys.
Yeah. Jeez. That's crazy to think about, but the reality is...
But they did say that we couldn't get past the Van Allen space belt or some shit, radiation belt. Which makes no sense to me, because it's like, oh, well, if we can't, why could we get past it in the first place, and now we can't? So...
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
Nah, it's kind of weird, man. So, like, who knows? Like, who knows if we actually made it there? But I think... So... One of my favorite theories is that we've had these secret space programs for a super long time. Like, that's
50 plus years.
Yeah. Way longer than anyone really thinks that it is possible. But at the same time, I think that we have been working with extraterrestrial civilizations for a super long time. I think that's why one of the reasons why we've never been in a war with Russia, because we've been, you know, working together in space.
Right.
Like, and there's actual fleets. So, Gary McKinnon, and anybody can look this up. Gary McKinnon is a U.S. hacker. Or, UK. He was from the UK. Mm-hmm. He hacked into the Pentagon and the DOD and fucking NASA. Like, he hacked into everything, dude.
Really?
He ends up stumbling across a fucking file with non-terrestrial warships listed on them. What? Right? So all of these things are commissioned. All of these things are, like, they have names. They have names and all this other shit. And they have admirals. They have, like, officers and shit. And none of them are listed, like, publicly. Now, all of our warships are listed publicly. And they were... But it said non-terrestrial.
Right.
Which would imply that it wasn't on Earth.
Right.
You know, so he hacks in all of this shit. The U.S. government goes after him, bro. He beat extradition. The UK says, nah, you can't. UK says, nah, you can't have him. What? Dead ass, bro. And this is a true story. It happened. He hacked into it. He found this shit. He said that he found pictures of cigar-shaped UFOs. He found pictures of, like, all kinds of fucking starships.
What?
Dude, fleets of people out there. Fleets. And then there's, like, oh, dude, it's insane. Like, and he literally did it. He hacked in and found that shit.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I would, to be honest with you, I would love the chance to be a space, you know what I mean?
Let me tell you something, dude. So, you ever heard of Captain K? Or Corey Good?
No. Bro, you're opening up my eyes to a bunch of things here.
My God. So, anyways.
Preach to me, bro.
Yo, these dudes allegedly, let me emphasize allegedly, because the shit sounds crazy, but now with the way shit's going, it really doesn't. Anyways, Corey Good was a dude that allegedly spent 20 years in space fighting extraterrestrials over Mars. Right? And then was also appointed a part of the Galactic Federation, like a representative of the Galactic Federation for the United States, or for, like, the world. So check this out, right? So, wild. So, like, basically he said that he was, as a youth, he was scooped up, born and bred into this program, right? Mm-hmm. And then he goes into this program, serves 20 years in space, and then they age regress you. Right? Age regress you. Wipe your mind back to, like, when you
5 years old or whatever.
No. They age regress you only back to, like, a few years. You know what I mean? Like, back to, like, your, like, when you graduate your military training.
What?
Yeah. Wild, dude. So anyways, they say that he did this. He was out in space doing all this other shit. That we have teleportation technology that you can literally just step into a thing and boom, you're there. You're on another fucking planet. You're wherever on Mars. Captain K was another one. Captain K was another one that said he was a part of a coalition of people from different countries. Like, so there would be people from Russia, there would be people from China, there would be people from everywhere that were the brightest minds.
What?
Yeah, bro. Like, and this, and like, again, let's be fair. You know, I'm biased because I love this shit.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, it could totally be bullshit.
That sounds like some sci-fi Orson Scott Card shit.
But now, let's fast forward to 2021. With the government acknowledging the existence of not extraterrestrials, but of UFOs, of this aerial phenomenon. They have no idea what the fuck it is. They couldn't tell you what kind of propulsion system it is. They couldn't tell you anything.
Yeah, right.
Anything. So I'm excited to see what they release in those reports that were in the COVID bill. But
they have released some, right?
Well, no, they've released some videos of like pilots chasing them.
All right.
But, dude, there's no way they can't even keep up, bro.
Yeah.
They said that they had, like, 200 of them coming in at, like, what was it, 80,000 feet, and they dropped the sea level in, like, under 60 seconds. What? Yeah.
80,000 feet?
Well, that's as high as our radar goes.
Right.
So, like, we have allegedly the best radar in the world with, like, the Spy 1 radar system. And, yeah, they said that they watched it drop in from 80,000 feet into sea level in under a minute.
So could you imagine being on a boat or something, like a ship captain, and you're on the ocean fishing, and fucking you see 200 of these things come blowing down into the water.
Down Main Street.
Like just straight down, past you, fucking down into the water, like... What do you know what I mean? Like, I got to imagine that's why there's always been tales of, like, mermaids and shit like that, and sirens, because, like, there's got to be something. I mean,
let's be real here, man. I have faith that there's a lot of things that we haven't actually discovered yet. And I'm sure that's by design, Bigfoot being one of them. Like, I totally believe in Bigfoot, but I also believe there's a reason why we haven't found them yet.
I agree. I agree with you.
Or found, like,
there's probably not 500 of them.
Yeah, well, who knows?
Maybe.
Who the fuck knows? But at the same time, you'd have to comb every single bit of woods. You'd have to take 1 million fucking people.
Right.
And hand in hand, walk through the woods, check every fucking cave you could.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's impossible to do that type of search,
Right.
So it's, like, based on people seeing him. But like Loch Ness, fucking Champ, fucking, mermaids, dude, dragons for one. Let me tell you something.
Dragons definitely existed.
You know what was funny to me, man, is like me and my daughter were doing the Chinese, figuring out what year it was the year when we were born. So like me and her just happened to have the same year. So like not the same year, but the same sign,
symbol.
And we were the year of the dragon.
Yep. I'm the snake right after you.
So here's what's wild to me, though. This is when it dawned on me. And I was like, you know what? Every single one of them on that wheel is a real animal. Why would a dragon be a fake one to them?
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Why would they do a mythical one and then 11 other fucking...
Yeah, a real animal.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense.
So that, giants, dude, fucking there's... Oh my God. There's so much evidence.
There's been a lot of stuff found about giants too.
Allegedly. So like the problem is, man, is again, we have these, nobody really credits some of these news sources.
Right.
So nobody really says, oh, well, dude, you got it from the fucking Daily Inquirer. Like, it's bullshit. But there are a lot of stories in historical legend and historical stories of giants, of the Nephilim.
Right. There's a lot of stuff that repeats and repeats and repeats. And I mean, you got to kind of take it at face value,
Yeah. But so I have faith that some of these things exist. And I think that mermaids could be one of them. There's a big motherfucking ocean, bro.
Didn't they just catch a video of a kraken, essentially?
No, it wasn't the Kraken, but yeah, it was a giant squid. So like, there's these huge, giant fucking squid,
colossal,
and they're like 200 feet long, from tentacle to the tip of its fucking head.
Yeah,
this thing's eyeball is the size of a basketball. It's fucking huge. Like this. Imagine being just grabbed up in the ocean, like, oh my fucking god, dude, he's got me. There's no way you're getting away, and they eat live prey. So it's but yeah, they they don't get a chance to study them much because they wash up dead. Mm-hmm. So like a lot of the times they get fucking half-assed, samples,
and they deteriorate quick.
Yeah.
I watched a thing on them where like they had one that they caught in super cold water and put it in a tank, and it froze like a block solid. Big ass one.
Yeah.
And they brought it back and they had to like put it in some sort of preservative. And as soon as the ice melted, they had to put it in like formaldehyde essentially, because the whole thing was immediately decomposing as soon as it melted, because it had been frozen for 7 months since they've been fishing.
Yeah. It's
the biggest one on record.
It's hard to do that, but it's also a lot better to study them alive.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that when you're talking about that, they actually got a chance to like get a camera down there and see it interact and shit.
Yeah.
They just had what the fuck is it? An angler fish. I forgot what exactly kind of.
Yeah, the black football fish.
Yeah, wash up on Newport Beach, dude.
Yeah.
And this was so crazy. I was just at Newport Beach like a month. What was it? What were we in May now? Yeah, April. Yeah, last month I was out there walking that same beach.
Wow.
And it's like this big football fish, dude. Like the angler fish.
They're at the depth.
It's got the fucking thing out on its forehead
with the teeth, like the fucking
the light. Finding Nemo shit.
That kind of fish.
So that thing washed up, and the same thing, man. They just don't see them. Like, it's so deep in the ocean, they don't ever see them.
Like 5,000 feet or some shit, it said?
Yeah, they're pretty deep, bro.
That's crazy.
That's what the light's for. Because it's so dark down there that they just try to use it as a fucking, like a lure. It's a lure to get
the prey
another
comes
fish.
By.
And as soon as it hits yours, so you eat it. Oh, that's crazy, dude. Say there's a lot of them that they just found some other fish that they thought was previously extinct. Shit, I forgot what it was called, but it was a big ass fish, dude. They found it in Madagascar, I want to say.
Really?
Yeah. I was gonna post it earlier and I totally forgot to.
I know they thought sturgeon were gonna go extinct around here, but they're dinosaur-looking fish, dude. Have you ever seen a sturgeon? Yeah, they're fucking monsters.
I've been fortunate enough to see them in it sucks, dude, because I don't really approve of like zoo settings. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or aquarium settings. But I got to see a really big sturgeon in the aquarium, and they're all bone. Yeah,
they look like dinosaurs.
Yeah, look like a literal dinosaur, and they're in the Hudson River.
Yep, big ones.
It's huge ones.
4, 5, 6 foot.
Yeah. And they say, what is it, like 10 years for every
foot, maybe?
For every foot that they're on the planet. 10 years that they've been in the water.
Yeah, so a 6 footer, 60 years old.
Yeah. It's wild.
Holy cow.
Yeah, man. I haven't been fishing. I went fishing like, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks ago, striper fishing. But I didn't catch shit. So it didn't really encourage me to get back out there.
I like fishing.
I love it, dude. I love it. I'm a catch and release kind of guy.
Definitely.
I don't eat them.
Same. But I'll eat a fish, but normally I don't catch them and eat my own. I don't know how to fillet them, and I'm not going to go call someone to fillet it.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. I would... If I were going to try to fucking eat a fish that I caught, I would have somebody else do it.
Yeah, but you don't want to get a bone in there.
It would have to be like an ocean fish, though. It's not going to be something I'm pulling out of the river out of here.
Oh, not out of the Hudson, no way.
No.
I mean, but the striper are...
Striper are good to eat.
Yeah, because they just come up to eat the herring. And spawn,
Yeah, they come up to spawn, they drop some eggs, and they leave.
The furthest place they can go is up to right to the shore in Green Island.
Yeah, Green Island. Yeah, to the dam.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, I know tons of people that used to fish there growing up.
Like cherry picking over there.
Yep.
Well, Mark, shout out to Mark Foss. He took me out on the boat not last weekend, the weekend before. And,
how was that?
Dude, it was awesome. Like getting to hang out with Mark.
Yeah,
we didn't catch nothing. I caught a buzz.
Yeah, right. Nice.
Smoking mad reefer, but at the same time, it was we didn't catch anything, man. We couldn't even catch herring. Like, wow. It sucked. Like it was like typically. The herring are running all the time,
right?
And it's kind of easy if you get one of the jigs in there to catch a few. And
where did you go, on the Hudson?
Yeah, we were on the Hudson.
Nice.
Yeah, so we I think we launched in Rensselaer and then stayed around the Albany area, but literally nothing, dude, not a fucking thing. I was like, shit, not a catfish, not a fucking nothing. And we were using
big boat or what?
Mark's got a decent sized boat, bro. Yeah. It's comfy with 2 people on it. Probably be. It depends on the third person. Like if it was a bigger dude like Mikey, it ain't worth it.
I got you.
We're going over. It's gonna be the SS Minnow.
Yeah, it's what's a canoe?
No. It's a literal boat, bro.
Oh, nice.
He's got fuck, dude. If I had to compare it to a boat, I guess it'd be like a bass boat. Okay. But it wasn't. It's like an older model.
Yeah.
So it's dope. It was fun, man, just to be out there fishing and hanging out. It was dope. But
I'd like to go out with them soon. Go fishing.
Hell yeah, hit him up.
Fun.
Hit him up, man. Let him know. Fucking him and Joe Ski are out deep sea fishing right now.
Yep.
I don't know if it's right now, or tomorrow, but they're out there. I just saw that they posted it, and I was telling Mark, I was like, dude, let me know. It's like, I've never been deep sea fishing, and I would fucking love to get out and try to catch something.
I can't swim. I'm not a huge fan of the sea, but if I was in a boat like that
I'd save you,
with a life jacket on,
I would save you.
Yeah,
I'd put you right over my shoulder.
I sink like a rock.
I'd put you right over my shoulder.
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it.
Like the Hoff.
The Hoff.
Yeah, from Baywatch.
David H.H.
Yeah, man.
No, you give him respect on his name, David H.H.
We went whale watching in California, and that was like the very first time that I had been that far out on the ocean. And I think we went like 5 to 10 miles off the coast of Newport Beach.
Nice.
And it was dope, bro. Like, we were in a pod of like 100 dolphins.
That's sick.
Yeah, didn't see not one whale, but we got to see sea lions and we got to see dolphins.
Yo, let me tell you something. A whale is fucking huge, dude. I've never seen one personally either, but I watched a bunch of videos on the comparison. They're like bigger than a bus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, damn, dude, that is a fucking giant animal.
Yeah, it is a really big animal, man.
Mammal, I guess.
Yeah, and you get something like the whale shark. Stop it.
Yeah, big boy.
It like literally opens your mouth, dude, and just eats you.
Yeah.
Swallows just fall in.
Yeah, it like creates a vacuum. You're like, whoop.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, no, it was cool to see it though, bro. It was cool to be out there, and it was a beautiful day. And we were fortunate enough to get dolphins, a ton of fucking common dolphin. And I didn't know there was a bunch of different kinds of dolphin. There's like bottlenose dolphin. There's common dolphins. There's fucking for now I'm fucking drawing a blank on the other ones, but they had like a whole checklist of like they'd mark how many they saw,
right?
Like what they saw in certain whales and certain dolphins and shit. And dude, it had to be like 100 of them.
It was
just
like
chilling near the boat.
Yeah,
whole herd of like a whole fucking. Yeah,
that's cool. They're very smart, man.
Stupid smart.
Yeah. You can apparently people say that looking at them, it's like you can tell you're not looking at a stupid.
No, dude.
Like an animal that doesn't understand you. You're looking at something that very well gets what the fuck you're doing, you know?
Yeah, and they dude, they're lightning fast.
Yeah.
Like, they're so fast. Like, what was it? I had asked one of the deckhands. I was like, yo, bro, what's like the craziest shit you saw out here? Because I was like, well, first of all, I was like, how long you been working here? And he was like, oh, dude, like 10 years. I was like, 10 years you've been out on a boat? And he was like, yeah. I was like, all right, so what's the craziest shit you saw in 10 years?
Right.
And he was like, he said, we saw a bunch of orcas attacking a shark. A pod of orcas eating a shark.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Killer whales, man.
Like, had it. Like, they had it. Like, already exhausted it. Fucking tearing it down.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like,
that's
damn.
crazy.
It's like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, that is nuts.
And you're on this boat. Like, imagine this boat. this monster. These things are just eating. That's apex predator.
Right, just fucking it up. Yeah. So, like, you've seen the dolphins that can use their tail and they flap up the mud in a circle?
Yeah.
And then the fish have to jump out because they won't swim through the muddy water.
No shit.
So they jump out.
I didn't know that.
And they have other dolphins waiting on the other side of the ring that they patted with their tail in the water. And the fish jump out and the dolphins just keep their mouth open and wait for them to jump it right into their mouth.
Dude, nature, man.
It's like one of the smartest animal, non-human moves that a mammal can do is some crazy shit like that. They develop their own way of hunting.
Oh, yeah. It's all strategic, especially with all that.
Like with tools, essentially, you know?
Yeah, they're insane, man.
Some monkeys have done it, too.
Oh, dude, well, they, what was it, not too long, wait, actually, let's be fair, it was probably like a year ago, they filmed, monkeys, or chimpanzees using spears to catch fish. Now, that's insane.
Yeah, that's
because
scary.
It's evolution.
Yeah.
And we're watching evolution in our lifetime.
Yep.
And, it was like, it just showed that they were like, oh shit, they leveled up.
Yeah, they know what's going on. Look, Planet of the Apes, I just watched it the other night. It's a realer possibility than most people would give it credit for. It's obviously cinema. Dude, that's all.
Listen, I can understand like when humans weren't the dominant species on the planet, sure, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But now, dude, there's not enough fucking monkeys to overtake the world.
But let me tell you something. If 10 silverback gorillas walked into downtown Troy right now, like just fucking came through the woods from Prospect Park.
Like me, a silverback gorilla, or like a real silverback gorilla?
A real silverback gorilla. 10 of them.
Okay.
Just somehow came from Prospect Park and fucking walked down. They could do so much damage, just 10 of them, before you're able to stop them.
Oh, yeah. It depends on how fast they are with the trank gun.
Dude, I mean, think about that. You're getting taken over by storm. Like, 10 silverback gorillas, dude. Holy shit.
I mean, I definitely can see the danger, for sure. No question.
They could take on 2,000 people easily, 10 of them.
Well, yeah, if fucking we were dumb enough to wrestle them.
No. Let me ask you something. Like, what happens if you got rocking on the river? You know what I mean? And then 10 of those animals walked.
There would be some Troy fucking Rambo cop coming down there to put a bullet in a fucking silverback river.
I hear you. But those are some big motherfuckers.
I'm not that shitting on the idea, Kenny. They are very destructive. Like, listen, okay, they're not destructive in their natural habitat. No.
But they have been proven to have like
in the idea of the Planet of the Apes, they are pretty intelligent.
Right.
So I wouldn't doubt that at some point, yes, they will evolve to a point where like maybe we are.
Yeah. I'm not saying tomorrow.
Or they gotta get fucked by aliens and then... Right.
Or some wacky motherfucker from, the Boondocks.
Yeah, from Lansingburg.
Yeah, he's like, hey, how you doing? You look cute. I like that ass.
Yeah. No, we did a lot of damage, human beings.
Yeah.
Did a lot of
damage. We're still doing a lot of damage.
Oh, no question. But we're doing a lot more. Like, I mean, there's certain levels to it because we're doing a lot more conservation-wise.
Than ever.
And the places in the world are getting a lot harder on poachers and
people that pollute.
Just environmentally friendly shit. And we really do got to take care of this fucking place.
Absolutely, man. We're here for a long time.
Yeah.
And a good time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's insane, man. I fucking, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's still tearing down the rainforest and shit. So.
Well, we still are stuck on this idea of fossil fuels.
Yeah.
And that's a huge problem, too. And I don't say that because, I've been programmed to say that. I say that because if you burn enough of that shit in your house, it'll kill you. Right?
Yeah.
Like if you burn coal in your house.
Yeah.
No ventilation. It'll kill you.
Yeah, well,
right?
Yeah, you're out.
Think about how much of all of that kind of shit, gasoline, coal, oil, petrol, all that shit, on top of all the other shit that we're burning and fucking, even the methane that we're igniting into the air with the dumps, all that shit. Like, because back up until just a few years ago, the dump there in Colony had that big methane pipe sticking out of the ground that was on fire all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, as a kid, we used to drive by there, and we were big wrestling fans, me and my brother. Both my brothers. So, we would say, oh yeah, that's Kane's, Kane lived there, like fucking 7 years old, 8 years old. Like, it was literally just a big-ass pipe coming out of the ground, like fucking 3 stories, 4 stories in the air off of this heaping pile of trash on the side of the river road there, dump road or whatever, in Cohoes by the waterfall.
Yeah, they built it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they built it up. It's huge now. Like, they got a whole new entrance and shit.
Yep. But that was literally, they had a pipe on fire with all the methane that was leaking out.
Holy shit.
So that's how they relieved that. So think about that. All these years, all these places, cars, fucking everything, burning all that into the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna fucking feel the effects of that. If people don't think that's a real thing, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Like, you are an idiot.
Oh yeah, man. It just sucks because we don't have a solid platform for information.
Right.
So it's like we
have a readily available one. You have just not a solid one.
Right. Well, no question. But you can get a narrative from one side to the other. So it's
that's what I'm saying.
So if you have an anti-climate, like anti-climate change, person, it's like, well, no, that shit's fake. The ozone's fake. This, whatever the fuck. I don't even know what the argument is, but it's because of wherever they're getting their information.
Right.
And that's a slippery slope because it's like where we like to dive into ideas. We're not necessarily like, yo, man, fucking, there's aliens everywhere. We are. But
no, yeah, but there definitely could be.
Yeah. And
I'm into that possibility 1,000%.
We're going to explore the idea. We're not strapped to the idea.
Right.
So
we come for conversation and to possibly learn, where other people come to argue and try to stay to get you part of their cause.
Yeah. Well, but again, like I said, it's all information based. So if we had like what the fuck is he seeing in some of these futuristic movies, like what the fuck is it? The Oracle or some shit. Right. Somebody that was like,
in the Matrix.
Yeah, like, this is bullshit. This is real.
Yeah.
This is the true information, but it'll never be like that,
right?
Because we have so many opinions and narratives to fill.
I mean, the thing is that we don't know what even is possibility. We could have somebody that's just born that has, like an Einstein or something, right? Like Stephen Hawking or somebody, but instead of understanding astrophysics, they understand, the human construct. You know what I mean? They understand the human experience, and it can be proven through them. You know what I mean? Like, they're visionary, but they're new. There's no way to say that can't happen either,
Oh, yeah. We innovate every generation.
An Elon Musk type of mind that is born and just fucking boop.
Well, here's what's wild about that, and it's kind of crazy because I have it on my notes, too, is the way you just said that is like Elon, like a guy like Elon, like, there was I think we were talking about it yesterday or the other night. I can't remember when Werner von Braun had wrote a book.
Yes.
Stating that a man named Elon Musk would lead humanity to Mars.
Was it Elon Musk or just Elon?
No, my bad. Excuse me. Elon.
Okay.
It was just Elon. Okay. That'd be pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, I would have been like, whoa.
But no, he basically wrote a fictional book that was whatever, you know what I mean? It was about a mission to Mars, and
Werner von Braun was who?
Werner von Braun was a Nazi rocket scientist
converted to American.
Yeah. He was part of Hitler's inner circle at first, so he was a piece of shit to start off with. But when we won the war, we repatriated all of these scientists in Operation Paperclip.
Instead of making them war criminals, which they were.
None of them got to see the Nuremberg trials. None of them got to see any of that bullshit. But they were all dispersed all over America to like Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Dulce, New Mexico, Area 51, all of these other places, NASA. Werner von Braun just happened to be the guy that was like considered to be the godfather of NASA.
Yeah.
Like he was the dude that led our rocket propulsion systems. And
common knowledge too, right?
Yeah.
Like you can look that up.
And this is all on the books.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what's not on the books is that he was a member of the Thule Society with Maria Orsic, which was essentially like a underground society, I guess, that was allegedly making contact with extraterrestrial civilizations via meditation and like seances and like some weirdo shit. So like this, again, this is all historical fact. I think because that's open, Kinney, you're at, like when you get there you go. Yeah, I think the signal's picking it up.
I gotcha.
But he was also a member of the society, so like allegedly on his deathbed, he had said that they had help from extraterrestrials, and that's why Germany was 100 years more advanced than the United States technologically,
right? Because
they had help.
Wow!
And then he came over here with whatever information he had. Then he writes the book, says just who knows, maybe coincidentally, a man named Elon will lead humanity to Mars. Fast forward 60 years.
Right.
And a man named Elon.
69 years or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, a long time.
I don't know what year he wrote the book.
Like 60, 70 years, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what year he wrote the book, but so he had some information. So like these fictional books, a lot of the times these people write these quote unquote fictional books.
Right.
With a lot of information that they know, and it's just they can't maybe openly say it. They can't openly say it because of disclosure agreements and can't
would never get published.
Yeah, there's allegedly a photo of a crystal clear photo of a UFO in the UK, or it was caught in Scotland or some shit like that, but. It was like a perfect photo, dude. And it won't be released until like 2072. Allegedly.
Why?
Because by the time 2072 comes, anybody that had anything to do with the cover-up, anything that had to do with the making any of the decisions behind it, like any of their UFO shit, they're all long gone. They're dead.
What? That's crazy. So none of us will even get to know.
Some of us, yeah. But at the same time, like I think we're going to get a lot more information regardless.
Yeah.
Because now it's not... Now, like, they're acknowledging it, and who knows, maybe it could just be a psyop, and they say, oh, shit, let's send a couple of these things out, and let's get them buzzing again and get them distracted.
Right.
Or these are a couple of things. Interdimensional beings, extraterrestrial beings, or maybe inner-earth beings. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I truly believe in inner Earth. I really do.
Oh, for sure.
Especially,
dude, Admiral Byrd nests.
Yes.
Yeah. That shit. I'm going to do another Antarctica episode and just refresh on that shit because I love that shit. That's such a cool story. But anyways, so like there's a lot of that shit going on, and it's like I think they're showing up more.
Yeah.
Now it's time where it's like the government can't really hide it.
You can't stop it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. You want like this COVID bill is kind of just a way to have a kind of a grip. Like just
we told you we were coming.
Yeah.
And like you're supposed to let people know, and now they're not. So guess what?
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything really nefarious. Like so, like I think that there's probably obviously if there's one
innocent contact.
There's one. There's probably hundreds of thousands of different civilizations out there. There's an infinite chance that there's infinite amounts of intelligent life out there. So I think there's probably a couple different factions There's there's the good guys, there's the bad guys, you know, and then it's like some things are really cool and then some things really aren't cool.
Right.
And they can't really tell us that shit. They can't be like, they're abducting fucking humans and taking them to slave camps on the moon.
Right.
You know, to do whatever in underground bases. And
dude, how ridiculously crazy would that be?
What is that? There's a theory about that, Kinney.
That people are getting taken to underground bases on the moon as slaves to other races? To other alien
basically,
races?
What the idea is that they were being used as manpower for whatever. And yeah, dude. Like, that they would just, like, abduct people you'd never see again. Here's what's wild to me, man, is there's so many missing people a year, and I hope every single one of them comes back.
Sure.
But some of them are never, ever, ever seen. And thousands, tens of thousands are never seen again.
Yeah.
Where are they? Where's the body? Where's the, you know what I mean? They just disappeared, never came back. Like, that. There's that many, like.
You can't all be murderers and fucking.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? And sure, you can say you can have your missing person by murder, or you can have your missing person because they just wanted to disappear, or. Right. You know, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But that doesn't count for all of them.
No.
So it's like, there is a theory that they were being taken, people were being abducted and being taken to other planets. Like Mars, like underground on Mars. Like, there's allegedly a civilization already there. And Elon's just gonna be like, all right, yeah, we're set up. You know what I mean? We're set up and we're running. Weird, the Space Force, bro. Look at the Space Force.
Yeah, it's been around.
I said it 10 years ago that the same shit, that we had these secret space programs that have been going forever, and then now all of a sudden we have a fully capable Space Force.
Right. Yeah, it's funny how that all of a sudden worked real quick.
Yeah, there's no coincidence, bro. There's no coincidence.
Fully capable? How?
I don't know.
Kind of?
I don't know if they're fully capable, but at the same time, they're
enough capable.
Yeah, they're called guardians. Like, they're not like, you know how they have officers and shit. Like, they're called guardians for one. For two, yeah, dude, this shit's, and it's real. And it's fucking real. So,
wow,
something's going on.
Yeah,
and I think that there's probably, like I said, there's some good guys and some bad guys, and probably the good guys are helping us out, and the bad guys are, and I think it's more so like, you know, there are going to be races that are hell-bent on control, and that's the whole theory with the reptilians being a part of, like, the royal family and all that shit. It's like oppression, control, fucking fear, you know, they feed on that shit.
Sure.
And then there's the good guys that just want everybody to evolve into a certain level of consciousness.
Yeah.
So, dude, think of how big that is to think about.
Yeah.
Imagine there really is a galactic federation.
That's the easiest part for me to imagine. You know what I mean? Like, that's so easy for me to imagine, because as soon as we went to space, the first thing that you have to imagine they wanted to do was own space. You know what I mean? So, this is mine. No, this is mine. No. So, the first thing they had to do is develop some sort of federation, you know what I mean? Like, just amongst our planet alone. Just so once they did that, you got to imagine that if they did spend any time out there without us knowing, and us being the general population, you know what I mean? Something is going to approach them. If that, you know what I mean? If that's the case, if there's really shit out there, they're going to be approached. They're going to be like, listen, hey, first of all, if they can contact us and just, you know, speaking or whatever they're doing, you don't own shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't own shit.
I think that's what really is it puts humanity in a perspective. Like, we're literal fleas on this planet.
Oh, yeah.
And, on a galactic scale, man, we're still very early in our evolution.
Right.
And if there's anybody that can get here the way they are getting here, then chances are they're pretty far advanced. Like, and we're talking not thousands of years, we're talking about millennia.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, my civilization's been around for 100 million years.
Right. So, not 2,000 or 5,000 or whatever people think,
Well, I think humanity is a lot older than they say.
Yeah, and it's just religious,
Yeah, well, dude, let me tell you.
Religion dictates how much time is.
Yeah, I hate to keep shitting on it, dude, but at the same time, like, the shit really fucked things up because, like, history-wise, they fucking changed everything. They fucking broke all the noses off anything fucking Egyptian or African. They fucking just changed history. They altered history. They fucking told an entirely different story than they were supposed to, or the real story. And that fucked the whole world up. Yeah. Now the whole world is based on Christianity. Yep. The whole calendar is based on Christianity. The whole fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, in God we trust, and fucking this, and it's like.
I saw that you posted something about having the Egyptian sculpture or whatever it was in the Grand Canyon.
Oh yeah,
I've heard about that like a long time ago when I was much younger, like maybe 17, 18. I heard somebody tell me about the fact that the Grand Canyon had a spot that was closed off and no one really knew why you couldn't go see it, except for they said it was too prone to rock slides or cave-ins or whatever,
Yeah, they always put a fun.
But it's like a giant part of it.
Yeah, so, alright, so apparently there was a scientist, and forgive me for not remembering his name. He was floating down the river in the canyon and allegedly looked up and saw a cave and was curious. And allegedly scaled like something like 100 feet. I'm not sure. It was pretty big. Like, it was up the wall a bit. And
he was a rock climber.
Got into the cave and allegedly found ancient Egyptian, like it was like a whole fucking cave full of ancient Egyptian shit, like kind of like a site, and. So he took it back to he didn't take anything, but he took the information back to the Smithsonian, and then next thing you know, the Smithsonian covered it up, and that's when they shut down that area, and because it changes history, bro. Right. It changes history. It makes, especially ancient Egypt, way more capable than history makes them seem.
Right. It makes all the things that didn't seem possible that we can't fathom that are possible. Yeah. Plausible at minimum. Yeah,
and you're talking like mainstream history would tell you that ancient Egyptians were like they were seafaring, but not seafaring in the form of traveling from one continent to the other. Right. So think about that. Crossing the Atlantic Ocean, coming from Egypt to fucking from Egypt to what's it called there? Fucking to America. Right. And then especially to, now let's be real here. So you're talking about Egypt, right? So I'm not sure if they could leave straight from like the tip of Africa there and go straight across, or if they had to go down and around Africa.
I think that might be the case.
Might be the case, right? Like, or across. So imagine that. And they ended up in the Grand Canyon, which is in Arizona, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. So now they're in Arizona. So
in Nevada, I think.
Did they go all the way around South America too? That's a fucking long trip, dude. Right. To the Grand Canyon.
Right.
So
yeah, because the Panama Canal wasn't there.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Right.
So yeah, but it is what it is, man. We'll get wrapping up anyway because it's getting late, and we'll hit Chap up, see what he's doing, see if we can get some cards in. It was fucking dope conversation.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I had a good time.
I'm gonna put it up tomorrow. So like I got the day off, so I'm gonna just throw this shit up and fucking I'm pumped about it. A great conversation, dude. Kenny, I appreciate you.
Awesome,
bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Fucking so cool, man. We got dogs barking in the background, so they're like
dogs huffing in the foreground, dogs barking in the background.
Hans has been fucking excellent. It's these fucking clowns upstairs that are fucking barking like crazy right now.
Yeah, well, that's
whatever.
Thing.
They're dogs. They're dogs, man. It is what it is. To everybody listening, thank you for listening. Thank you for being patient. We're back at it. We're gonna get there. We got some really cool things coming up. There will be a crypto giveaway. So make sure you fucking tune in. It's gonna be huge,
crypto giveaway.
Huge.
Big numbers.
It's gonna be huge, dude. And anybody that's into it, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and definitely stop through Straight Razor Society in Waterford to get a cut.
99 Broad Street.
Yeah, definitely. So peace out.